Welcome to Washington. I'm Britt Hume. In Kansas City today, Republican Fred Thompson and Democrat Barack Obama each tried to convince the veterans of foreign wars that he is best qualified to become president. For Thompson, it seemed a golden opportunity to score points with a friendly audience. But as correspondent Steve Brown reports, his performance may have reinforced worries about his candidacy.
Sarah, when you going to do the right thing and run?
Well,
I'm serious.
We're putting it together. It takes a little time, but we're getting there.
It was a ready-made audience for the yet-to-announce presidential candidate, Fred Thompson. The annual convention of the VFW is largely made up of older, more conservative military veterans in support of the U.S. troop surge in Iraq. Many eager to hear Thompson speak.
Everyone knows he's an actor, so most of our actors, they should be able to get in front of a camera and speak, and talk to a crowd.
And while Thompson said things most of the vets wanted to hear about soldiering on in Iraq, the former U.S. Senator seemed to struggle at times delivering his speech. An example, when Thompson was describing an encounter with a double amputee Iraqi veteran.
What kind of nation we must be to produce such people?
Thompson seemed unfamiliar with the applause lines in his own speech. All told, he was interrupted by applause 7 times. By contrast, anti-Iraq War Democrat Barack Obama was interrupted by applauding VFW conventioneers 18 times.
I want to be absolutely clear. Our troops have performed brilliantly in Iraq. They have done everything we have asked of them.
Going in, Obama had to know this was not likely to be a very friendly audience for him. In one instance after the speech, Obama was told by a veteran he did not agree with some of the things the senator said.
Well, I don't agree with you. I know you didn't, but I still appreciate your service, and I want you to know that I honor and that I'm always going to be listening to what you guys have.
And while the senator from Illinois acknowledges the influx of U.S. troops has improved security in Baghdad, he says
the problem is not with our performance of our military. The problem is with the civilian strategy and conception of how we're going to actually move forward in Iraq.
It's unclear how many hearts and minds Obama won over here today, but he did grab a well-timed endorsement from fellow Democrat Patrick Murphy of Pennsylvania, a decorated Iraq War veteran who won his first term in the U.S. House just last year.
Now, presidential candidates are, in a lot of ways, like everybody else. They have good days and bad days. For Thompson and how he has chosen to get into this presidential race, the pressure, however, ratchets up for him. Because he's expected to announce early next month, he is also expected to be as sharp as some of his competitors, some of his rivals down the campaign trail who have been at it for months. Britt?
Steve, while I have you, one more thing. There's word Michigan may move its primary date up to something like January 15th. What's the deal on that, and what effect on Iowa and New Hampshire?
We understand that is a go, that the Michigan State Senate will take a look at a piece of legislation moving their primary date to January 15th of next year, and that Governor Jennifer Granholm will sign it into law. That is the day after the Iowa caucus is currently scheduled. So that would move the New Hampshire primary back approximately into the single-digit days, 8, 9, somewhere in there, by their own law, and that would force Iowa to move back also. The question overall is, what are the national parties, if anything, going to do about it? Now, the Democratic National Committee this weekend has a meeting of its Rules Committee to examine some of these delegate plans, and Howard Dean told me over the weekend, the chairman of the DNC, that there will be punishments handed down, although he wouldn't elaborate what kind of punishments they would be. Britt?
Be ready to cover politics on the Christmas holidays, all of us. Thanks, Steve. The U.S. Congress is